A mysterious serial killer with a flair for the dramatic, a devilish letter, and history's biggest jazz event. This is the story of the Axeman of New Orleans, what he did, and who he may have been. The Axeman of New Orleans was an American serial killer who attacked 12 people, leaving 6 of them dead in the late 1910s. He would murder them using whatever his victims had in their homes and had a clear preference to using axes. He would attack them while they were sleeping. He would bash their heads in with the axe and usually leave it bloodied on the crime scene for the police to find. In his first 2 murders, he used a straight razor to slit their throats first, almost decapitating one of them. The Axeman would often break through one of the door panels with a chisel and not steal anything. He didn't have any other clear motivation except murder. Most of his victims were Italian immigrants. After the Axeman's 7th attack, he wrote a letter to the press, reading, "Hot as hell, March 13, 1919. Esteemed mortal of New Orleans, the Axeman. They have never caught me, and they never will. They have never seen me, for I am invisible. Even as the ether that surrounds your earth, I am not a human being, but a spirit and a demon from the hottest hell. I am what you Orleanians and you foolish police call the Axeman. When I see fit, I shall come and claim other victims. I alone know whom they shall be. I shall leave no clue except my bloody axe besmeared with blood and brains of who him I have sent below to keep me company. If you wish, you may tell the police to be careful not to rile me. Of course, I am a reasonable spirit. I take no offence at the way they have conducted their investigations in the past. In fact, they have been so utterly stupid as to not only amuse me, but his satanic majesty, Francis Joseph, etc. But tell them to beware. Let them not try to discover what I am, for it were better that they were never born than to incur the wrath of the Axeman. I don't think there is any need of such a warning, for I feel sure the police will always dodge me, as they have in the past. They are wise and know how to keep away from all harm. Undoubtedly, you Orleanians think of me as a most horrible murderer, which I am, but I could be much worse if I wanted to. If I wished, I could pay a visit to your city every night. I could slay thousands of your best citizens, and the worst, for I am in a close relationship with the Angel of Death. Now, to be exact, at 12:15, earthly time, on next Tuesday night, I'm going to pass over New Orleans. In my infinite mercy, I'm going to make a little proposition to you people. Here it is. I am very fond of jazz music, and I swear, by all the devils in the nether regions, that every person shall be spared in whose house a jazz band is in full swing at the time I've just mentioned. If everyone has a jazz band going, well, then, so much better for you people. One thing is certain, and that is some of you people who do not jazz it out on the specific Tuesday night, if there be any, will get the axe. Well, as I am cold and crave the warmth of my native Tartarus, and it is about time I leave your earthly home, I will cease my discourse, hoping that thou wilt publish this, that it may go well with thee. I have been, am, and will be the worst spirit that ever existed, either in fact or realm or fantasy. The Axeman. That Tuesday night, jazz music was played in every house that could play it. Jazz clubs were packed with people who didn't own record players. Every jazz band that could play, played that night, amateur or professional. And just like that, the letter promised, no one was killed. Some people believe that the Axeman may have been Joseph Monfrey, who may have been shot by the Axeman's final victim a year after she was attacked in Los Angeles, but there is also a chance that this story was exaggerated or made up by true crime writers at the time. This is because there are no police records that show a shooting or that either of these people were in LA. However, there is a newspaper article to back up that a Leon J. Monfrey was killed by an Esther Albano, supposedly in self-defense. That Monfrey was also in prison during most of the killings. The most likely theory states that it may have been the mafia who engineered the story of the Axeman to collect blackmail from Italian immigrants and to cover up their murders. We also know a Joseph Monfrey was an important figure in this type of criminal activity. But then, if the mafia were behind the murders, why send the letter? Well, there's no evidence that the letter was actually sent by the Axeman. Some people theorize that the letter was to boost jazz sales, and one jazz artist benefited from the letter more than anyone. John Joseph Darvalia wrote the song, The Mysterious Axeman's Jazz, Don't Scare Me Papa. He made a lot of money off this song, which provided him an ample motivation for sending the letter. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment for your theory on who the Axeman was.